Hello, and welcome to Privacy News Today, where we'll be discussing the new Texas Data Privacy and Security Initiative. This segment is presented to you by Termageddon.com. We have generated tens of thousands of privacy policies and successfully kept them up to date with changing legislation, and we also keep track of privacy news for you and for our clients as well. I did want to note that any information presented today is for informational purposes only and is not to be considered legal advice. If you are looking for legal advice, I would recommend speaking to an attorney in your area. Okay, so what is this new Data Privacy and Security Initiative? So on June 4th, 2024, the Attorney General of Texas announced this initiative that basically establishes a team within the Consumer Protection Division of the Office of the Attorney General of Texas. Now, why is this important? Why is this significant? So usually in the United States, privacy laws are enforced by state attorney generals. And the Attorney General's office has the responsibility of enforcing multiple privacy laws, as well as other consumer protection laws as well. So they have a lot of cases, they have a lot of complaints that they process, and usually they need to prioritize things accordingly. Now, if there's no team specifically established for this, privacy complaints can get lost in the shuffle, or privacy violations may not be enforced to the extent that the Attorney General would like them to be enforced, just because they have so many different priorities and they have a limited number of resources. Now, great example is California, which established its California Privacy Protection Agency, whose sole purpose is to enforce privacy laws. And this is kind of similar, meaning that there is a specific team designated to enforce privacy and security laws. So basically what this means is that privacy complaints would be processed faster, violations would be processed faster, more companies would be investigated for violations of laws and things like that. So basically it establishes a team that has a priority that's privacy and security. Now, what this team is going to do is they'll focus on the enforcement of Texas privacy laws. So they'll focus on the Texas Data Privacy and Security Act. So that one becomes enforceable July 1st of this year. If you're a Termageddon customer, don't worry. You will get an email about updating your policy accordingly. They will also focus on the Identity Theft Enforcement and Protection Act, the Data Broker Law, and the Biometric Identifier Act. They will also focus on the enforcement of some federal laws like COPA and HIPAA as well, basically making sure that the people of Texas, that their privacy is being adequately protected. Now, in addition to enforcing the privacy laws themselves, the team will also pay particular attention to a couple things as well. So one of the things that they'll be paying attention to is companies that collect and sell data in an unauthorized manner. So what does this mean? So for example, if a company sells data without allowing a consumer to opt out of such sales, or they sell data and their privacy policy says that they don't sell it, things like that, that will be one of the focuses. Same thing with collection. So if they collect information in violation of applicable privacy laws, so for example, let's say I collect the data of a Texas resident and I don't provide them with a privacy policy, or I don't allow them to delete this data if Texas privacy law applies to me, things like that. They will also focus on companies that harm consumers financially, and then also companies that use AI in an irresponsible manner. So basically, these will be kind of the things that they pay particular attention to, but they will also be paying attention to the enforcement of existing privacy laws and the new Texas privacy law that goes into effect on July 1st of this year. So it'll be very interesting to see how this team progresses, what types of issues they're actually looking into, what types of cases they're looking into, how they're handling complaints, and things like that. So that'll be very interesting to see, but it's very nice to see that Texas is taking this seriously and that they are creating a separate team and with privacy issues in their state.